What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Bud Capadre. It's Overkills. Guys, I am tired as heck, but I'm here. I'm making a video for you guys. Well, I did post today when I got home that what do you guys want to see? Live stream or a edited video talking about Battlefield 5, and I think it was just out for a edited video. I may live stream though, but figure I'd make this video for you guys talking about Battlefield 5 and my experience with playing the game. I did a live stream, but I got some time to think about it because live stream was pretty much off the top of my head on everything. I want to sit back and just talk about the actual game. So let me go ahead and get into it. With actually playing the game, first of all, the movement is one thing I wanted to kind of see in the game, to see how the movement felt. Was it going to be more Battlefield 1-ish? Were they going to make it faster paced? Because if you look at the multiplayer trailer they had before, I was a little bit skeptical, just as much as everybody else, that it looked a little bit fast-paced, a little bit more Call of Duty-ish, I guess you could say, from the trailer. But actually playing the game, guys, if like feeling how the game plays, it actually plays a little bit faster than Battlefield 1. So I would say kind of close to with Battlefield 3 and 4 played in terms of movement. So if you guys did like Battlefield 3 and 4, I think you guys would like this game. And it felt a lot smoother around certain things, especially vaulting. I tried vaulting out of a window, and it seemed pretty seamless. You could actually run and vault through a window. But I didn't test how you would vault out like closed windows. The window I vaulted through was open. It seemed pretty seamless. The transit. Sometimes I felt like a Battlefield 1, the vaulting just took too long, and it was a lot smoother in like walking around certain areas. I know in previous Battlefield games there'd be like a rock, and you'd hit the rock and you can't move at all. Instead of just walking over the rock, you have to like either walk around the rock or vault over it, which is an extra, animation for the game, which was pretty much useless. Another thing I was trying to notice, because I did two classes I played, I believe, were Assault. I thought I played Support. Yes, I was playing Assault and the Scout class. Now, what I noticed with the Scout class is the spotting is a little bit different to this game. You don't have the not traditional spotting, but the spotting like how they had in Battlefield 1. Now, I believe when I would hit what button was that? The Q button. It would spot, I believe, a certain area. So it changed in that perspective. Another way you could spot with the Scout class, especially, is obviously I believe you have some sort of ocular device. I don't know if it was binoculars or or whatnot, but you could spot enemies that way as well. And then you have your flare gun. I did notice though with the flare gun, it didn't cover as much range if you shoot it, I believe, lower. I was testing it out, and I believe I tested it out when I just shot it higher up in the sky. They just seemed to cover more areas. So that was a little bit interesting. So the way you shoot your flare gun, I guess, determines the amount of area it covers. So that was interesting to find out. What I did notice though, I got to play Grand Operations twice. I did ask the gentleman there if I had my Elgato capture device on my laptop right there. I was like, can I record for my channel and stuff like that. He was like, I'm sorry, we can't, but what I could probably let you do is let you play like 2 sessions in a row instead of going out and getting back online to play, to get online to try to play another session. So I was like, all right, I guess that's cool. I mean, what can you really say? I'm not gonna sit there and argue with somebody. Tell me try to record. Hopefully, I could hit it one day, get big enough for you guys, so I could be invited to EA Play and record actual gameplay for you guys, and etc. etc. But yeah, I played attacking and defending on Grand Operations, and attackers both times wiped the floor with the defenders, only because this was the first time people were really playing the game. So I believe not that many people knew what to do. Each role or each class has a different role in terms of fortification. So I believe the Scout, or the I don't know if it's the Assault or support. somebody I know could build turrets, and then somebody could build like defenses for the tanks, and then sandbags, etc., etc. If you guys do not build in grand operations, it's gonna be tough because you have to defend those areas. And building it helps because once you build, especially with the support class, throw on your bipod your weapon, and you just sit there and you start picking people off, unless somebody snipes you from an area. So that's a big advantage for support guys, as well as you could put turrets in there in certain areas to help defend or whatnot. So they're really emphasizing teamwork, and I think that's what one thing that was lacking obviously in this testing was pretty much teamwork, because everybody I think was pretty much going for kills. For me, I was just looking for how the game actually played. When I did play with the assault class, I noticed what the assault could do. It had the rocket launcher, good for taking out tanks and whatnot. So, those are the only two classes that I played with. So yeah, it looks like what they said in the trailer a long time ago, that this game mode is strictly going to be based on teamwork. Is exactly right. If you're going to try to lone wolf it, you're not really helping your team. So I'm interested to see how that plays out with the community, because there are a lot of guys that just want to hop in the game and just lone wolf it and just go play. Some guys don't spend hours playing video games. They want to, video games to them is really just recreational, 1 to 3 hours a week, just to, have fun and whatnot. So this game mode is more for the team emphasized squad that wants to get in there. One thing I did also notice, guys, is the dynamic weather. The map that we played on had like a lot of snow. In the first part of the map, I believe it was dark, and then the second part of the map, I believe it started to get daylight, or was the sun was out. So there was a lot of snow and dynamic weather. Like not even the snow. I guess the snow coming down. I believe the wind gusts actually push snow around, and it makes it really hard to see. So I don't know if they went overboard with the dynamic weather again. I mean, they just probably want to show off the weathering. I think they could probably tone it down, because I think it's I don't know, man. I appreciate the dynamic weathering in all aspects except for the fog. Don't get me started. If they would have had fog and snow in the match, I probably would have just got up and left. I'm just joking. Now, yeah. So I don't know how I really felt about that dynamic weather. It really impeded me from seeing a lot of enemies, especially if you're trying to play long range as a sniper and stuff like that. You really have to make sure you can spot. Everybody's pretty much wearing white, so obviously, you're in that type of board, a map. It'll be very difficult. So hopefully, I don't know. We'll see how the final build comes out, but dynamic weather really was emphasized for this map. Another thing that I noticed was the revival system. Anybody can revive anybody. It's just if you're not a medic, if you go to revive somebody, or if somebody calls you to revive them, it takes a while to revive somebody, so you could easily get killed. I think I tried to revive somebody. Nobody revived me in the game. I tried to go over to revive somebody, and I got shot like half animation reviving them, and I shot and killed or whatnot. From like a longer distance range. I don't know if a sniper got me or it was just just somebody else. But yeah, it seems like they changed that up, so you could actually call for a revival, which I think actually slows down you bleeding out because you're calling in for a revival. There's also the way you spawn is a little bit different. Like if you were to cancel, or if you were to bleed out and you want to spawn, I like how you could actually spawn on teammates now and see exactly where they are, instead of like how in Battlefield 1 it's just you'd have to pick where your teammates are spawning, and then you could probably get killed, spawning next to them. They may be in a bad sorts or whatnot. So at least with this one, you can kind of see where your teammates are, and then you could make a judgment call if you want to spawn next to them. Besides that, as far as I recognize, I mean, the game just played pretty well overall, man. I was a little bit hesitant because I saw all the character customizations, and I was like, oh man, I think they're probably trying to go, and it looked a little bit too fast, like in the trailer. I know the trailer was sped up in terms of the gameplay. So I was like, let me not make a judgment call, but it looked like they were going a little bit Call of Duty-ish. But I do understand why they started doing the character customization. That's the way they're gonna make their money, guys. And like I've said before, if you don't want to customize your character, then don't customize your character. Don't even bother if you really care about raw gameplay or whatnot. Then just focus on that. It has nothing. If customizing your character actually like added like health or 5% accuracy or whatever, then yeah, I would have a problem with that. But if it's just pure customization, then I don't have a problem with it. What I did notice though with the characters is that depending on which side you're fighting on, either the Axis or the Allies, they'll have like a character for Japan. It's not just one faction like all Germans. You could be like a Japanese player or a German player, or not, Nazi, whatever, whatnot, on one side, and then you have the Allies, on the other side. You can choose like different players. So I think you could not level up, but you could hook up your player in terms of their appearance or whatnot. So I have no issue with it, man. To me, it doesn't impede the actual gameplay. So I'm all for it. If they want to make their money that way, that's cool. That's fine. Besides that, guys, I had a good time with the game as much as I got to play it. I wish I got more time for you guys, and I wish I got gameplay for you guys. But hopefully next time in the future, I will. And I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Next video I'm going to talk about the Battle Royale that they announced and my thoughts on what they could do with the game when I was there. Not too much of a good reaction with Battle Royale. But it's to be expected with the Battlefield community. They really want their game to be strictly the way it is. They really don't want like major change. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But I'll get into that topic conversation a little bit later. Let me go ahead and let me get off, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed, please, if you like the content, subscribe. Always appreciate it. Hit that like button if you guys like the video. And I'm going to see you guys later. Take it easy and peace out.